Alright, what is going on everyone? It's Relic here and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion, reaction video, whatever you guys want to call it. So, 15 minutes ago, the new Sun and Moon news have dropped on the Pokemon channel. Today's the 6th of September. That's when we got the other news, and it's so much cool stuff. Like, I just watched this, and I was like, I have to make a video about it because it is so amazing, and there's so much stuff that has been announced that I want to talk about. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, of course, make sure to leave a like. Sorry about the video. It's going to be like a border on it just because I want to avoid getting claimed by Nintendo or Pokemon or anything really. So, and then afterwards, we're going to shift to pictures and talk about each thing individually. And, I'm just going to give my thoughts on everything. Maybe, I don't really want to call this a speculation, but I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions on every one of them. So let's just watch this video. So, right here, so there's new discoveries in the Lolo. The first thing that gets announced is this type Null. So, I don't know, this might be the fossil Pokemon now that I think about it, but it's not rock type, but it looks so old. But it just looks cool in my opinion. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. Here we see it using Tri-Attack, so I don't know, it might be a special attacker, but this thing! Alright, hold on. This thing is so cute, okay? And it's so awesome. And, like, if anyone tells me that Drampa's cooler than this thing, sorry, but, like, nah. Like, this thing just looks like a cuter version of Tyrant. And it has, like, bulletproof and soundproof as its abilities, and it's a pure dragon type, too. But I really like this Pokemon. Might pick it up, to be honest, just depending on its, like, evolution. So, it's called Jangamoo, something like that. And then Raticate right here, we see it getting its Alolan form because Alolan Rattata got announced on the 1st, so it's dark and normal type. And look at them cheeks, boy! Look at them cheeks. Oh my god. Yeah, Raticate's Alolan form. I guess it's cool, I guess. But right here, it says Pokemon Sun and Moon are set 12 hours apart. Now, I'm guessing I don't really know how this really is gonna work because, like, if I own Pokemon Sun and I'm playing at like 3 p.m., does that mean that if someone has Moon and it's 3 p.m., that it's 3 a.m. for him? Like, or is there, like, I don't really know how that's gonna really work, but it's just like, it feels weird. Like, if it's morning time for you, does that mean in Pokemon Moon it doesn't care about the original time that you're in and it's just gonna be like passes ahead of time? Because it just seems a little bit weird. But I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I'm still getting sun. So and it says like certain events will play differently. So if you're playing through the day, maybe the totem Pokemon is Gumshoes, and maybe here it's Alolan Rattata. I don't really know, but I think that's a pretty cool feature, I guess. But next thing, there's this Aether Foundation, which is basically like, I think it's like, they're not really an evil team, but it's kind of like a counter team, like in Ruby and Sapphire, how if in Ruby, Team Magma were the bad guys, Aqua were kind of like the counter team that kind of faces them, but at the same time, Aqua were a bad team in Sapphire, and Magma were kind of being the good guys. So the Foundation here just battles Team Skull in like general. So we have here Lusamine, or Lusamine, I don't really know. She's the president of it basically. So I think they kind of just protect Pokemon from Team Skull. I guess that's their only reason. And then we have Faba, which is Branch Chief. And next up we have Wick, just Wick, which is Branch Chief, Assistant Branch Chief. And right here, actually, hold on, let me go back a little bit. Right here, it says, we also try to support Pokemon that are in need of a little extra protection. And it says we're keeping Pokemon that have been targeted by Team Skull here. So are they talking about like the Ultra Beasts or like the Pokemon that we seen earlier? Because as you can see here, like the employees are kind of trying to like take it from Team Skull. So Team Skull here says, that's right, we're gonna sell this Pokemon to get rich, and we won't make no bones about it. So I'm guessing at this point, Team Skull's purpose is just stealing Pokemon. So it's kind of something like Team Rocket. You steal Pokemon and get money? Something like that. I don't really know, but we get an enforcer here. We got a new Team Skull enforcer. It's not an admin, it's just an enforcer. His name is Gladion. Right here he says, battle me, I won't take no for an answer. So I'm kind of like an edgy guy. Look at this. Oh my god. Just like doesn't even care. It's like, you know you can't beat me. You'll just get your Pokemon hurt for no reason. Okay, so that's Gladion. And then it says you can search the region for Zygarde cells and cores. So right here, this random guy gives you the Zygarde cube. So I'm guessing you're gonna have to look for in the region, or Sina here. He says it's gonna help you collect Zygarde cells and cores. So I'm guessing it goes to, like, I'm guessing because it's 100%, like it's Zygarde 100%. So I'm guessing there's gonna be 100 cells and then the 2 cores in the region. But here's how it works. It kind of like, if you're gonna walk randomly, how are you gonna know the cells there now? Unless it makes like kind of a shade. And then this here is what I love the most about this freaking Pokemon Snap is back. And use it with a Pokemon Finder, which is, I think, the Rotom. It's gonna be like an app. It's the Pokemon Finder. So it's kind of like Pokemon Snap, as you guys can see on the right side. I think that's really nice. I kind of like it. You can just... But this was the weirdest thing. What is this jellyfish or this whatever? It's UB01. It's an Ultra Beast. But we don't really know what it is. It's kind of weird. But that's the trailer. We're gonna skip over to kind of looking at every Pokemon and giving my thoughts and opinions over it. So we're gonna jump right into that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be looking at is type Null. Right here we see it is called the synthetic Pokemon. Of course we saw it was normal type and it has the battle armor. So right here its description says, this Pokemon wearing a mask has been dubbed Null, meaning nothing. The shape of its front and hind legs are clearly different. The reason is that type Null was constructed to synthesize the strengths of various Pokemon, enabling it to adapt to any situation. The mask fitting to type Null's head is a piece of equipment designed to control its latent powers. It's extremely heavy, so it's also serves to hinder its ability or agility. I mean, so what we can see from here is it's probably gonna have a slow speed stat. And it says to complete a certain mission, there was a need of a powerful Pokemon, or Pokemon powerful enough to rival those Pokemon often spoken of in mythology. So right here, what we can see from this is this thing is going to be slow, and we can see that it was kind of constructed a little bit by humans, I want to say. So what I can see from this is probably type Null is going to be the pseudo legend of the Alola region. Of course, it's not a dragon type, but it just seems like it says that to complete a certain mission, it will need a Pokemon powerful enough to rival those it's spoken of in mythology. So it either relies on a pseudo legendary Pokemon, because those are the closely strongest to the legends, and then he's here. So yeah. He's just kind of there. I'm kind of guessing he might be the pseudo legend. I don't really know. I really like him though, and I want to see how he's gonna turn out, or if there's gonna be more to him. That really be great. So the next Pokemon we see is Jangmo, and then another O. So Jangamoo. I don't really know, but he's the scaly Pokemon, dragon type, with the bulletproof and soundproof ability. So right here it says it has a pride of a warrior, although it's remains humble about its capabilities and its pursuit to become stronger. It never neglects its training, because Jangamoo uses the scales on its head for both offense and defense and never turns its back to its enemy. Many trainers see this behavior and take it as a proof that Jangamoo is a valiant Pokemon. And it says it gathers harsh locales like canyons where no other people or Pokemon are around to live there as they train. Okay, so what I can see from this right here is that Jangamoo right here is going to be found on the bottom left island, where it says here there's a canyon, and that's the only canyon part there. It's like a rocky kind of area, so I'm guessing that we're going to be probably finding Jangamoo there. I think he's really cute and cool. Might really give him a shot on my team. He might really be part of my Sun and Moon team, honestly, depending on his evolution, of course, because can't really judge him by that only. But I think his description is really cool. And I think he's going to be like a physical, he's going to be like a physical attacker, maybe mediocre speed. We're going to see. So next up, we have Alolan Rattata. We already seen this guy before. And next up, we have Alolan Raticate. We say... Because urban areas are their main habitat. Their diet is higher in calories than ordinary Eradicate, and they become hefty. As you can see, it's kind of fat, kind of has a little bit of some cheeks, and says it prefers to eat only fresh fruit and high-class ingredients. There are rumors that a certain top-notch restaurant takes advantage of Alolan Rattata's taste buds by bringing it along when choosing ingredients to buy and have it taste new dishes. Okay, that really isn't like relatable, but it says Gumshoe's appears as a totem Pokemon in Verdant Cavern. Okay, so right here we have information that Gumshoes is a totem Pokemon in Verdant Cavern in Pokemon Sun, while in Pokemon Moon, Alolan Rattata is the totem Pokemon after the trial in Melemele Island. So that's a kind of a new piece of information that we get off of Alolan Raticate. So that's pretty cool. But that, like, Eradicate we already know about, so it kind of isn't something really that new. But I think those are the only 3 Pokemon that got announced. Yeah, those are the 3 Pokemon, or kind of the 4, but the 3 Pokemon that have been announced, and that's it for the Pokemon. Next up right here, we have the Aether Foundation. So it says, it's a foundation. Its goal to take care of Pokemon that have been hurt. It has been constructed an artificial island called Aether Paradise. So I'm guessing, is it kind of the boat in the middle? Is that the Aether Foundation? I really have no idea. But it says there, they not only provide shelter for Pokemon, but they also conduct various research projects. It seems that the main character will also be able to visit Aether Paradise during their adventures. So that's pretty cool. So right here we have Lucamine. We said she's a lovely. Lucamine functions as the Aether Foundation president. Next up we have Faba. We said he is the branch chief. We said Wake was the assistant branch chief, and she's loved by all the employees. And we have the normal employees here, who they're the ones who put the shelter and the care into effect. So that's all that we know about the Aether Foundation. I think this is kind of a cool addition to the team, as like there's actually a company or a foundation that's kind of really like taking care of Team Skull and like not letting them just go rogue. I think that's pretty cool. I think that what they're doing is like it's a cool thing that they added to the games basically. And of course, the last thing that has been announced right here is the mysterious presence in Alola, the Ultra Beast. So right here it says, in the Alola region, rumors are flying about mysterious creatures known as Ultra Beasts. Ultra Beasts possess mighty powers and could pose a threat to humans and Pokemon, so they are feared. Okay, but we've never seen Ultra Beasts in any games before, and it says, it appears that the Aether Foundation is also conducting research on those Ultra Beasts, and each one has a code name. So it doesn't really have a name, it's just a code name. The first one right here that we see is called UBO1, and it says its body is composed from glass-like substance, but it constantly changes shape and never settles on one. And while evidence of something like a survival instinct can be observed in UBO1, no one knows whether it has the will of its own or any emotions. It says that for some reason its movements resemble that of a young girl. So right here we might kind of figure, like, we can theorize something that UBO1 is either one haunted, or like, because you can see like this Pokemon has like kind of white hair and a hat, and it kind of just like there's a hollow thing in the middle. So it kind of reminds me of the assistants of Professor Kukui. What was her name? I don't really know what her name is right now, but she kind of resembles her hair and her hat, kinda. So does this Ultra Beast have something to do with that, like, girl? I'm gonna post a picture of her on the screen because I really don't remember her name, but I don't really know. I think this is really interesting. If you guys really look at it, you might see that it's not just a squid, but this here is a hat and this is a hair. So if you guys kind of agree, make sure to let me know. Of course, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. All these that we've been seeing have been stuff that have been seen in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So if you guys enjoy it, as I said, of course, let me know what you guys think, and subscribe for more content. And if there's any other Sun and Moon videos out there, I'll make sure to update you guys. But thank you all so much for watching. I have been Relic, and I will see you all next time.